Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1970. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well my friends, it's that time again for another movie review. I'm sure everybody was waiting for this movie review for last year, I guess. And since I did say something last year that I will do this other movie review, as I promised, so here we go, ladies and dudes. My next movie review is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And yes, my friends, this movie is becoming one of my favorite Harry Potter films of all time. And truly, this is the best one of all the Harry Potter films ever. I will say for my top 3 favorite Harry Potter films will be, number 3 will be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Number 2 is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And my number 1 favorite is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. So yeah, this is my all-time favorite Harry Potter movie. And I can't wait to do this movie review right now. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my movie review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And all I could say about the plot of the story, it's a final showdown between Harry Potter, all their friends, Hermione, Ron, their teachers, all the students who came from Hogwarts, and a couple of the Weasley family, if you know what I mean. They are marching off to battle to face Lord Voldemort and these evil witches, wizards, whatever you will say, called Death Eaters. They are getting ready for their most biggest battle of their lives. And plus, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are going to continue on to find these mysterious items called the Horcrux or wherever they are, to find the missing souls of Lord Voldemort. And they need to get all of them done in time so they could destroy the most deadliest wizard of all time. And plus, Harry Potter needs to follow his fate. If he's going to survive this whole mess or not. So yeah, I have nothing else to say about the plot of the story, but anyway, that is my main plot of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. So, I guess you want to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, this is one of the best climactical movies that I ever watched in my life. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 had truly blew me away. It was such a good movie. I will say it had an excellent storyline, great characters, fantastic special effects. It's a great fantasy film. I really enjoyed the score. And I wish I could say more about this movie. This is one of the best movies out there, if you know what I mean. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to the strongest point and the weakest point of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. For my strongest points of the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 will be a tie. Just a tie between the climactical storyline and the score. I will say about the climactical feel of the storyline, it is so darn well done. I love everything about it from start to finish. It was pretty dark, very edgy. It had a whole lot of sad moments in there. There's a whole lot of fighting going on. And this is the battle between life and death. Don't get me wrong, I think Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 should have been close to a rated R film. It was kinda close, but they kept it as a PG-13 film, if you know what I mean. It had a whole lot of dark, scary moments in there. And a whole lot of people who are dying. it's hard to explain about it. And also, I freaking enjoyed the score. It was amazing. There were only 2 scores that I enjoyed the best from this movie. There was one score I liked that involves where I forgot the lady's name, one of the teachers who, teach things in Hogwarts. She used some type of magic spell to release these statues that came out from the upper above in the school, and she said that she always wanted to use that spell to release these statues that came from up above. And Miss Weasley was like, huh? What? You're kidding me, right? You've never used that spell before? Weird. I like that weird look on Miss Weasley's face, and she's funny in that look. And also, there was another score I like. The score that involves the battle where Harry, Hermione, and Ron got involved into a little bit of the fighting going on. And this score was very nice, dark, edgy. And there was a sad moment in there where one of the Death Eaters had killed one of the students. That was really, really sad. And that fight scene was spot on. There were a couple of wizards here and there who were trying to fight that big giant dude, whatever it's called. I think it's an ogre, maybe? But yeah, I really enjoyed that score. It was very epic. That was the most epic score I have ever seen in my life. And that score became one of my most favorite ones in movie history. So yeah, the strongest points are the dark and edgy climactical storyline and the 2 main scores that I explained to you. Okay, and as for the weakest point of this movie is there were 2 good deleted scenes that should have been there in the movie. Somewhere like in the little beginning and middle of the film. There was one deleted scene I like where Hermione had picked up a little hair that came from Helen Bob Carter's character, and she put it in that weird little potion thingy of theirs, and this young man explained to Harry, Hermione, and Ron about that goblin that they picked up from back at part 1. He said, you gotta be careful of this guy because you gotta be careful of goblins. They are not to be trusted. I just wish they should have left it there for the movie, if you know what I mean. And the other one was, there was a moment where Harry and Luna had a little talk while they're visiting Dobby's grave. I wish they should have left that in there too, so we could get to that part where Harry, Ron, and Hermione are heading to the darker place of, I forgot what the name of the village was, but it's been a while. So yeah, I wish there were 2 deleted scenes that were cut off in the movie, but I just wish they should have left it there in the film, if you know what I mean. So anyway, those are my strongest points and the weakest points of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And now let's go on to the characters of the movie. I will go with the 4 characters that they were the most memorable ones of all. First off, let's go on with Harry Potter, played by Daniel Radcliffe. I will say Daniel Radcliffe did a fantastic job playing the main protagonist in this whole entire series of Harry Potter. I will say Harry Potter had a good storyline. I love his personality and attitude. And this is one of the best matured performances that I ever seen from Daniel Radcliffe when he played this main character. I mean, he did a pretty well done job. And I do like his performance for the woman in black. He also did a good job in that movie. Maybe one day I will review that movie very, very soon. Next, we got Ron Weasley, played by Ruben, I don't know his last name. I like Ron. He is a really cool character. He's definitely the main comedy relief of the group. And the best part about Ron Weasley is his family. He had a really cool family. Even they have red hair and all that stuff. He's a really excellent character. Hard to say. And as for Hermione, played by Emma Watson, Hermione is she is somewhat the smart one of the group, but she's also the main tough cookie of the group. She had a great storyline, she has a great personality and attitude, and she is one of the best female leads I ever seen in this movie. Well, for the whole entire Harry Potter series, it's a sad shame I never read the books. Sorry. But yeah, I think all these three good actors who play all three good characters, they were definitely the best parts of all the Harry Potter films. And plus, one good supporting character I really love the best, but he's one of the most underrated characters of all time. So, I will say my last and final character I want to talk about is Professor Snape, played by our good half Irish and British actor, Mr. Alan Scary Rickman. And to tell you the truth is, Alan Rickman is pretty darn scary for me. I really love Professor Snape. He is such a cool character. I love his storyline. I love his personality. I love his attitude. He's not really a villain at all. He's definitely the main anti-hero of the story. But it's a shame for both the book and the movie. He wasn't there much in the Harry Potter series. He was just a supporting character. But anyway, Alan Rickman did a pretty good job playing a very cool character who is kind of scary to me. When I first saw Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, he really did freak me out, for real. He scares me. But yeah, I really do feel sorry for Professor Snape. I thought he will be a villain of the whole entire story, but no, he's more like an anti-hero or kind of a misunderstood character. After all, I began to understand his storyline very, very well. And it's going to be pretty shocking when you get to know Professor Snape's storyline. It was the most saddest storyline I have ever heard in my life, or I ever seen in my life, whichever you prefer. So yeah, Alan Rickman did a fantastic job playing Professor Snape, and this is one of his best performances that he ever did so far in his career. Come on, you guys, we gotta get Alan Rickman to become a main hero for a movie, and we gotta let that happen in the main future, if you know what I mean. And so anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my final thoughts of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Overall, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is one of my most favorite sequels of all time, and definitely one of the best Harry Potter films of all time for the Harry Potter Saga. It had a good storyline, it has good characters, great special effects, great fantasy, action, drama, a little bit of romance. It had an excellent score, and this is one of the best climactical feel that I ever seen in movie history. And I'm sorry I never read all the books of Harry Potter, if you know what I mean. So anyway, for 1 to 10, I decided to give Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 a 9.5 out of 10. You have better watch this movie to believe it, if you know what I mean. So there you go, ladies and dudes. That is my movie review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. And tell me, what is your most favorite Harry Potter movie of all time? Whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for my next movie review to come. I don't know which one it's going to be again, but I will tell you that really, really soon. So anyway, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobot 187. Sayonara!